And we're coming back to you live from our bedrooms. I'm Sean.
Zach.
All right,
That
Zach.
was pretty
Now
good.
that
That was,
that's
that was pretty
now
good.
that that's out of the way.
Yeah,
Now
of
that that's
course.
out of the way. Now I can really just lay into you.
Alright, hit
What the
me.
heck? Where were you on Thursday? I missed
Sean!
you.
Sean! I have a
Just
really good excuse.
just not a word. Not even a word. I saw you so many times the week before, and then Thursday comes around, and then not a word for
Well, I
days.
mean,
Just left to my own devices. What was I supposed to think? I thought you died.
I saw you so many times the other week. Like, I had to make
Uh-huh.
up for it this week. I mean, last week by like not seeing you, right? So
But
I
our
was actually
viewers
just watching
expect
the
better.
rover landing on Mars. So
Oh, okay, that's fair.
yeah.
I'm over it now.
So what happened is after astronomy, I went and tuned into the live stream, and then I went upstairs and was talking to my dad about it, and then I came back downstairs and continued watching the live stream, and in between me going upstairs and talking to my dad and coming back down, that's when you texted me, so I never saw it. And
So you don't care about me.
I mean, that was a long way of saying that, yeah.
All right. Well, as long as we're on the same
Oh
page,
yeah,
I
of
just want to.
course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with
I
it.
mean,
I just want to
everyone
make
knows we're
sure
just using each other, Sean. Like, it's not a secret anymore, okay?
that. Stop it. You're making me
You
blush.
stop it.
I think it's so special the way we use each other's for our own devices.
I'm so glad you feel the same way.
Oh my gosh. I mean, never mind. I don't want to say it. I don't want to embarrass you. Never mind.
Say it. Say it right now.
I think I might actually hate you. Do you feel the same way?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Ah! This is wonderful. I can't wait to try to kill you, understanding that you want the same for me.
Oh my goodness. Love
That's
it.
one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite bits right there. It's just like the role reversal where it's like you hate each other, but you're acting like a like a like a terrible rom com or something.
Either that one or when we sound like we're insulting each other, but it's just compliments, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
a good
yeah, the
one
role
too.
reversal. You would just freaking Zach and his perfect eyelashes and the way my
Ooh.
heart stops every time I look at him and
I mean, keep going.
everyone want everyone wants to be around him. I mean, why wouldn't they? He's like a great person to be around. I think he's just one of the best people in this whole world, honestly. So like, why wouldn't they want to be? He's got so many friends, and like, why wouldn't he? Because he's the best. I mean, shoot.
It's true. Everything you just said is true, except
At least you're
for
humble
ninety
about it.
percent of it. Well,
Oh,
oh,
uh, oh.
oh.
Anyway,
So Sean,
yeah. What's
what
up?
mind blowing thoughts do you have for us today? What
Um,
is going to explode the inner workings of my mind?
okay. Be patient with me for on this. It's a bit of a worker. Uh,
Okay.
but we'll get to where I want to go with this. But it's a bit of a worker.
I'm just
Okay.
waiting for this to start out with something completely stupid and random. But go right ahead.
You're not too far off, and it's not even my fault. Okay, so I was reading in my behavioral neuroscience textbook, right?
Well,
So we're in
that's a
this,
big word right there.
yeah. So we're in the section
Neuroscience.
where
Whew.
we're talking about, or we're learning about like the senses, and how the information gets passed from the initial reception of the sense to parts of the brain, right? So we're learning about the different pathways with that.
Okay.
It sucks. Let me just put it that way. It sucks. It's learning random words and memorizing what they mean
I mean,
and
isn't that what
what they
school
refer
is in
to.
general?
True. Um, so we're talking about the olfactory senses, which is the sense of smell. Um, and
Why don't they just call it the sense of smell?
Because we like complicating things.
Oh, of course, of course.
um, and the person writing the textbook was something I've always said to my classes when I taught this class is that human sense of smell is not actually any worse than most animals. It's just that we're further away from the ground. But they never had any data to back that up until they found a study where they took like some dogs and like tied like cotton swabs or something behind them so that they would drag the cotton swabs around and let them run around the field. And then the cotton swabs had different smells on them, right?
Okay.
Then they took some people and blindfolded them and covered their ears with like earmuffs so they couldn't hear, and had them get down on all fours and sniff and see if they could follow the trails left by those dogs.
Oh, jeez.
And what they found was that people were actually fairly accurate in following those trails. It didn't give any specific numbers, and unfortunately, I don't know where the study came from. But what that suggests is that it's completely correct that our sense of smell isn't any really worse than most animals. It's just that we're 5 to 6 feet above the ground, which is where most of the smells are.
So, Sean, you know what we have to
Yeah.
do now.
Tell me.
Well, I mean, you're gonna be our guinea pig, and we're gonna redo this experiment. So, start sniffing, buddy.
So here's the thing. So I read that and I found it really funny that, like, you know, for science, they were like, all right, you people, you're gonna get on the ground and blindfold you. You can't hear, and you have to sniff the dirt for a while. Okay, this is what we're doing. I found that quite funny, but then it led me to think of I don't know.
Go on.
Let me just say, I apologize for this.
I forgive you. It's okay.
But if a cult leader told a group of people to get on the ground, blindfold themselves, cover their ears, and sniff the ground, people would say that is insane and that the cult leader is a terrible person and all of this stuff.
True.
But because it's for science, it's okay. And I was wondering,
Sean, that's because
where
it's
the
science
lines
and you
are
can't
at.
argue with science.
Can't you?
Hey, I don't make the rules, okay? I just say the sayings.
So, okay, so here's the question I brought up, okay?
Yeah.
And this is actually something from my Psychology of Good and Evil class last semester, but like, science is just another, it's another philosophy. When science was first being like thought of by Greek philosophers and stuff, it was called natural philosophy, I believe. Right? So it's just another way to view the world.
Okay.
And as such, it has no morality to it. Like it doesn't tell you what you should do. It just tells you what things are. Right?
Right. So, when you like first brought up the difference between like the scientists and the cult leaders, again, I feel like we always go back to this, but it just has to go with context, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be just as strange if some person was just crawling around a field sniffing the dirt for no reason, or what appeared for no reason. But the second you know the context, it makes sense.
So, well, okay. So one thought that I had was, okay, so a cult leader's motives are probably not the most pure in making
But what
people
if
do
the
this.
motives is science?
Well, my question is like, so in this case, the study was to find out, like, you know, if our sense of smell is equal to animals. But like,
Right.
is that really like something worth, like, how does that help us in the long run? Like, does that increase the good in the world in some way? Does that help us further, like, medical stuff? Maybe it does. I don't see how, though. Um, does it help cure diseases? I can't see how. It feels like it's literally just an answer to a question um, that I'm not sure we necessarily needed. So I guess that's why I'm like, is it moral to make people crawl around in the dirt for a couple minutes just to answer your own like question of some random thing?
Well, I mean, if they volunteered to do it, then that's on them.
Right. I mean, yeah, that's
uh,
that's that's for sure true.
I don't know. I feel like right off the top of my head, like I don't see like a specific scenario where like, oh yes, now that we know this is groundbreaking, right? But I
Yeah.
think a lot of it just has to do with human curiosity. I do think
Mm,
the more we know, the better. So
true. Yeah. And that's what I came to as well as I was thinking about it. It was just like, there is a certain amount of good just in learning and just in asking questions and satiating that curiosity. There's nothing inherently bad about it, I don't think.
so like the discovery
Um,
itself, like maybe it's not that groundbreaking or anything. But what if the result was different, right? Like what if our sense of smell was actually just like terrible, and then we could that leads to further questions of why, right? So like I feel like maybe just because it left off at that point doesn't mean they're like how do I say this? It's like just because the experiment itself wasn't like those groundbreaking, it can lead to more questions and thought process later that might actually have an impact.
hmm, I like that. That's a very important point. Because I think a lot of times, like growing up and stuff, you hear. I think there was a few people, even within our high school, where like the teachers would be like, "What do you guys want to do when you grow up?" And they would say, "I want to cure cancer," or something like that. Where it's like some grand ambition,
Yeah.
right? Which is totally noble. Um, but I think we forget all of the little things that come before that. And maybe one of those little things is, finding out that we have a similar sense of smell to other animals. Maybe. Like like that could be a small step that leads to other things. So, yeah, I like that a lot. That's just like all these little things do add up and can open up more questions. So it's not like it's a complete waste of time to make people get on all fours and sniff the dirt.
Well, exactly. It's like if we just deem experiments like that or anything else like regard in the same general area as just unnecessary and we just get rid of them, then who knows what we're missing out in the future because we didn't do the baby step to get to it, right? So
Yes. So basically, we just need to keep trying crap, even if it seems stupid. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're
uh,
telling me?
pretty much. So Sean, we're going out into the field, and instead I'm gonna blindfold you and then plug your
Hmm.
nose with just like a clothes hanger and
Yeah, yeah,
then
please.
so all you'll have is your sense of hearing and I'm just gonna play spicy nugs from 5 different phones and you have to go to the one that is the best episode, so clearly that is psychic secretions,
Oh, not.
and if you're not able to do it then I don't know what we proved or didn't prove, but it'd be funny to watch.
I mean, I'm down. You want to start? Should we start a series that's like us doing science experiments, and I put that in really heavy quotes? And
Oh,
it's not even like the cool backyard science like videos, where they're blowing stuff up. It's literally just us doing the stupidest things we can think of
that would
just to test them.
actually be so fun though.
It seems like it would be such a good
It would
time.
be a
That
blast.
experiment that experiment seems like like it's so dumb. It doesn't prove a single thing in the world, but it just seems like it would be fun to do for no reason.
Well, you see, and then like in good old Spicy Nugs fashion, we pretend to give it meaning at the end, And
Exactly. Yeah, we talk about all like the great possibilities and opportunities that learning that can lead us to.
dude, that's actually so good. All right, brainstormer time on Spice Nuggets and Smash
All
Bros. The
right.
audience get to see behind the scenes. Sean,
Yeah, the real process. Uh-huh.
what's the name of this thing? We have to have a catchy
I
name.
was well, I was wondering. So, do we make it directly related to Spicy Nugs, or do we make it its own separate thing?
Oh man, I think it
Because if
has
it's
to be.
related, because if it's related, then it's Spicy Nugs and Smash Bros. Like Science Time or some stupid thing like that. But if it's not, then it can be like a Bill Nye
It
the
could be
Science
anything.
Guy esque
I
show.
have a
Like,
great
you know what I
idea.
mean?
Listen, listen.
Yeah.
I've been hatching this plan for seconds now. Okay, like, whoo!
Dude, I'm impressed. You seem to have worked really hard on it.
What if it's a separate
Hmm.
entity, but it's
Hmm.
sponsored by Spicy Nugs and Smash Bros?
So we have mugs. It just has Spicy Nugs logos on it. And just bullcrap like that. And we just like start or end every episode with like, we'd like to thank our. And today's episode of Science Time with Sean and Zach is brought to you by
Spicy Nugs and Smash
Spicy Nugs and
Bros.
Smash Bros. And viewers and contributions made by Spicy Nugs viewers like you.
Tell me that
Thank
wouldn't
you.
be amazing.
That'd be
That's so
awesome.
good.
Okay, I'm so down. Okay, so we're sponsored by Spicy Nugs,
Yeah.
which means also consistently throughout this like the season or the series, we throw little like we make little nods to the fact that we can't do certain things because of the Spicy Nugs
Yes.
like
The budget wasn't there for one of our sponsors or something.
or
Oh
yeah,
my
or the
gosh.
Spicy Nugs censors are like stopping us from doing things.
So good. It's so good. And then in Spicy Nugs itself, we can just like drop small hints that there's actually like something else going on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like we're this is
Not like we're actually talking about it
this is
on air or anything right now, but you know, it's fine.
oh, of course not. Yeah. Okay,
Hey,
so
audience, just
what is
close
the
your
real
ears,
name?
okay?
Yeah, guys, stop listening. Stop listening. Sean, delete this episode.
I don't know. The name.
put in something put in something that no one will suspect it's the same thing, Sean. No one put in a picture of a dancing chimpanzee. Okay, there we go.
They're
No one
distracted.
remembers
Perfect.
what we were
Yeah.
talking
Yeah, they're
about.
so
All
distracted
right, so
now.
now what is the name of this show?
Oh man. Oh man. It has to be catchy.
You know, okay. This is a terrible idea. Let me
The fact
preface
you
it with
have
that.
an idea is impressing me already.
We so we go in the same similar vein of Bill Nye the Science Guy, but because neither of us our names have an I at the end, you know, we go Zachy the Science Geek.
What?
Zachy the Sciencey.
Oh my gosh, Sean, wait. As much as
Zachy and Science Scene? Because I'm Sean? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, maybe we bring in the joke of like carology, where we just add ology at the end of everything.
Yes.
And
So we
my thought
oh.
I went straight to scienceology, but
I know. I did the same thing, and I was like, "Wait a second, that's a little too close to."
It actually, see, maybe that's why it's so good. It's close, but it's not quite there.
It's searchable. People will look up Scientology and find us.
Scientology, yes.
um, what if? Oh wait. Well, okay. So this came from a conversation where we were talking about philosophy and science, right?
Of
And
course.
the ethics band. So what if it was natural philosophology?
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good.
Right? It kind of rolls, right? Natural philosophology with Sean and Zach.
Natural philosophology. I love it. I love it. That's it.
Oh,
Done.
dude,
Write it
this
in
is
stone.
this is our summer project.
Natural philosophology. I'm so excited. Wow.
This is a well, okay, let me be real. This is a bad idea, but this is a great idea.
Sean, that's where great ideas come from, or bad ideas.
It's true. It's true. Look at this
I
show.
was gonna say, have you seen Spicy?
All right, so yeah,
That's pretty good.
look forward to that, everybody. It's coming one
We
day.
didn't know
probably.
it was coming until today either, but wow, things that happen.
Um,
I love that we just ranted about this instead of actually delving into Sean's question, but that's fine.
you know, I'm way more happy with this than anywhere my question could have gone, so I'm fine.
If there's any experiments you guys would like to see, leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, please. Definitely our first one should be the hearing one.
Oh, it has to be.
We'll just
And
go to the
that's
park
where we
and-
introduce the sponsor.
but yeah, we'll definitely we'll take suggestions on science projects we can do.
It's horrible. I love it. And before we go, don't forget to check out the merch store and
Oh
buy
my.
our merch.
Yeah, maybe there will be a natural philosophology shirt in there.
Dude, there could be some good merch ideas for that whole thing.
Yeah, maybe no promises, but maybe you'll just see a natural philosophology shirt in the thumbnail, and it'll make you want to click this video and then go into that merch store and buy it.
Oh.
Maybe no promises.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I'm just saying, I would want that shirt.
Oh my!
That's pretty good, Sean. I want a shirt now. Make it happen.
Boom! You're wearing a shirt.
Oh, how did he know? The Mad Lad's
I
done it.
put it on your body. I zipped right over and put a shirt on you and zipped away.
Ooh. Just like that video you sent me of the guy like snapping his shirt.
Well, since we're talking about things no one else knows about, thank you all so much for joining us. I'm still Sean.
And I'm still sad.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Zach is right. Zach is always right. Sean is wrong. Always very wrong.
Sean is right. Sean is always right. Zach is wrong. Zach is very wrong. Do 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 do.
I know, like crazy seeing you here. Who would have thought?
Prepared.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired, man. I don't know. I'm just putting blankets on me. I'm sleeping.
Well, stop being tired, Sean. We have a very highly viewed podcast to record.
Yeah, about that. What the heck?
Yeah. What seems to be the problem?
What the? Well, no. Here, wait. Let me think about this.
Yeah. Okay.